We need to talk. Do you know what this is about?
My, flair?
Or, your lack of flair, because, I'm counting and I only see 15 pieces. Well, I thought I remembered you saying that you wanted to express yourself.
I do want to express myself. Okay? All right? And this is me expressing myself. Okay? There it is.
What's up, guys? Your boy Benny. A family feud is going on right now inside of the Daily Wire. We're going to be talking about some of our friends today. I'm not really friends, but people who we've met professionally that we like. Brett Cooper is one of them. She just couldn't be nicer. The one time we met her. And some of the people at the Daily Wire are friends and colleagues we've known for a long time. But the Daily Wire is often a place of controversy, and a lot of people have some very hot takes about the place. Some of it is inspired by Steven Crowder and the blow up with Steven Crowder's deal and contract negotiations with the Daily Wire that became quite public and shocked quite a few people. And some people were also shocked at the Candace exit from the Daily Wire, but this isn't the only exit that's going to make a lot of news. In 2024, what came as a shock to most of the internet was that Brett Cooper left her very popular show called The Comment Section just a few days ago. Now, I wasn't going to comment on this because, quite frankly, it's just none of my business, and I don't really have a dog in this fight necessarily. But then I did an AI search for Brett Cooper on Grok AI, and I realized that Grok was giving me rom-com from the 1990s Dawson Creek Brett Cooper. I was like, well, what's going on here? Very interesting. Brett Cooper, are you a Dawson Creek's cast member? The mystery gets worse. You have to actually draw female Brett Cooper to actually get Brett Cooper as you and I know her. But you can solve everything by just saying draw Ben Shapiro with long brown hair. There you go. They could have just swapped her show out with Ben in a wig. That's all you needed. You just have to take some estrogen pills and you got yourself a new Brett Cooper. They could have solved themselves a lot of drama at the Daily Wire. Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This was the announcement made a couple days ago. It's got nearly 10 million views here on X, and it's got a million more views on YouTube. It's true, I'm leaving the Daily Wire, and here's what you should know. Now, the reason I want to talk about this is because it's quite interesting in the ecosystem. We play and obviously work inside of the same YouTube conservative media ecosystem. However, we are 100% independent as a show. And the Daily Wire has, obviously, their own model, right? Which is far more of like a franchise model. And so the way that other people run this model is, I think, interesting to us and to many people online and their personalities, like Brett Cooper, Matt Walsh, like get obviously big fandoms. And people like them and really like their content. I'm included in those people, right? So it's like, what's going on exactly when Brett Cooper says, I'm leaving the Daily Wire? Here's what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. Her final sign-off from the show, Brett Cooper says, I'm out of here.
Some of you have heard the rumors online, and the rumors are mostly true. Today, December 10th, will be my last day hosting the comment section and working for the Daily Wire. It is not true that I am being forced out. It was my own choice to leave. And believe me, this is bittersweet. I have had the most unbelievable 3 years helping to craft the show, building this community, and telling stories and sharing the truth every day. Through the comment section, you all have made me braver, more articulate, more thoughtful, more hopeful than I could have ever imagined. And I'm grateful that we spent this time together. And I'm grateful that the Daily Wire gave us a platform to grow this community. But at this point in my life, I am ready to take on a new direction, both personally and professionally. This is what she says. So I made a decision to step away from this show. Okay? And she says, you know what? No hard feelings, but I'm out of here, right? Which was an interesting move. I mean, again, this is a successful show. And it's got 4+ million subs on YouTube, and it's done well, right? And it's got a loyal fan base. Brett Cooper, signing off. Cannot come soon enough. January 20th can't come soon enough. So with that, guys, I am going to head on out. Thank you so much for building this amazing channel and this amazing community with me. I'll see you guys soon. We'll stay in touch.
So the interesting part about this that I find particularly particularly fascinating is that many people said that this was going to happen well ahead of the moment that it happened. The word is they're forcing Brett Cooper out of the way, says Ian Carroll. Well, it turns out that he was right. He relied on a number of anonymous sources saying that this was going to happen, right? Well, I mean, the results speak for themselves. She left a couple days later, right? And the rumor mill was right on this one. What is the exact reason why Brett Cooper left the Daily Wire? We don't know. I'd like to find out. It's not that I haven't asked. It's just that everybody has been locked down by, contracts, threats of lawsuits, and so on. You might recall that Candace Owens had a gag order put on her by a judge when she was popping off on the Daily Wire. So this is something they can and do in these kind of situations. So them's the breaks, right? I wish it was more forthcoming about what actually happened. But according to the public statements, everyone just went their separate ways after what seems to be a disagreement. And it has to be a disagreement because clearly these kind of things don't blow up on their own, right? Tim Pool saying, this is obvious contract stuff to me. Brett wanted more money. Daily Wire didn't want to pay. Impasse. I don't get why everybody would be so mad. It's not like Brett can't keep doing videos, and she could do another show in the space. Now, what Tim is sharing here is the new Brett Cooper, who has been replaced on pretty much the same set, I believe, or a very similar set. Apparently, she got acting classes to look just like, to act and talk just like Brett Cooper. Her name's Reagan, and she was Brett's maid of honor, and somebody who was very close to her. She worked on the show for like 3 years, for quite a while. Now, I don't know this person. I've never met this person. I got nothing against really anybody here. Again, I have no dog in this fight. But I will tell you that given the fact that the show is called The Comment Section, it behooved us to head on over to the comment section because this is Reagan's first show. Apparently, and we checked this, and it seems to be true, Brett Cooper has unfollowed the show, unfollowed this individual who's taken her spot at the show. And that doesn't seem amicable, right? Again, the dust up with Candace and the dust up with Steven Crowder were quite public and quite violent, metaphorically. And this seems to be, again, something that isn't super amicable, or at least has the tinge of something more going on here. That's what everybody's sensing. And the reason why everyone's sensing that is because, well, it happened very abruptly, it happened very quickly, and because there is a very devoted fan base here, right? Again, 4+ million subs. It's a big channel, okay? It's just no other way to say it. It's a big channel. We're working on 3 million subs, and we love you, by the way. Huge hearts for you. You'll never get replacement Robo Benny, I promise you. They'll never do it. You'll never see Tucker Carlson or Josh Hawley or whatever, some other doughy white guy with glasses on this program. Wish I had Tucker's hair. I really do. And his laugh. Tucker can fill in for me anytime. But the thing that weirded people out here is that this first show included like the same set and the same camera shots, which is something I really do want to ask, like Jeremy or anybody who's like making the decision. Why so many camera angle switches? Like you can see the camera flips like every 3 seconds. like in the time I'm talking there, there's like 5 cuts. Why is that exactly? Okay. Anyway, the read was kind of like in the Brett Cooper style, and it's gotten 150,000 views in the last 18 hours. However, it's gotten nearly 8,000 comments, which means that approximately 1 in every 12 people are taking the time to leave a comment who view this, which is quite a what you'd call a ratio. There, we also checked with our downvote detector, and while the video isn't ratioed, quite a few people are downvoting this. So we thought we'd check the comments, and we compared that obviously to Brett Cooper when she goes live, or this was her last video on the channel. This is very different ratio. Anyway, hey, let's just go ahead and check and see what people are saying, right? Shall we? Here we go. I'm not sure about this Reagan girl. She doesn't look anything like Ben Shapiro. Sounds like, okay. Clicks on video, pauses video, checks comments. This is like when my parents replaced my dead goldfish with another goldfish. As if I wouldn't notice. I know NDAs are a thing, but we aren't dumb. Something's off with the switch. The comment section won't be the same without Brett. I mean, there's just like no way to do. Yeah, of course it won't. That's true. I mean, there's no. It's very strange. I mean, I would assume maybe you start a new show or something, like sort of port over the old audience. But here's a good example. Fox News fired Tucker Carlson. Jesse Waters didn't just take over Tucker Carlson tonight and like wear Tucker's clothes. A stylist didn't come in and like teach Jesse Waters how to act like and dress like Tucker Carlson. They started a new show. They made it Jesse Waters primetime. It's the same time slot, but they made a new show because there's just like one Tucker Carlson tonight, right? I think that we're going to get a lot of that here. Plot twist. Brett's first video on her new channel is going to be going through this comment section. This is how I felt when Steve from Blue's Clues went to college. Show finally lives up to the name because without Brett, all I'm doing is looking at the comment section and not the video. Click to pause. Click video, click pause, size, checks comments. Moment of silence for Brett Cooper. You should have gotten Ben Shapiro to wear some ripped jeans, oversized sweater, and headphones and do his best Brett Cooper impression. Imagine if they replaced Matt Walsh with a guy with the same voice and mannerisms as Matt. I mean, I feel that, right? I'm not a Brett Cooper clone. I'm not a Brett clone. Look at my black headphones. But to dispel rumors, why did Brett unfollow you everywhere and remove all pictures of you? Why did you guys never do a video together, or at least where she's endorsed you and passed the torch? I mean, that would have been wise, right? Like, hey, this is my friend. Here we are together. Look at that. It's like, it could be like Woody and Buzz, right? In Toy Story. With the arm. Look, we're having a great time. I'm just here for the comments. The only reason I clicked on this video was look at the comments. No hate. But this is Brett's show. It just hits different. I remember when my mom swapped out Dad, I wasn't fooled. Feels dark. Feels weird, no longer like the personality, but a brand now. If no longer feels like a personality, but a brand now. If you want success with Reagan, please let her be herself. It's weird, uncanny valley hosting that's copying Brett's mannerisms and expressions, and it's an insult to the show and also to Brett. The Daily Wire is supposed to be unique voices and personality. This just implies that you think all Gen Zs look and sound the same. Reagan, the best thing that you can do right now for the show is be yourself and try not to be Brett. Brett is really awesome at being Brett. Nobody else needs to be Brett. You need to be Reagan. Give us Reagan and let us fall in love with your style like we did hers. It's like the Jesse Waters, Tucker Carlson thing, right? No beef, no hate. People like Jesse Waters' show. People like Tucker Carlson's show. I'm one of them. But they're not going to have Jesse Waters do Tucker Carlson tonight. Don't be fooled by the number of views on this video. Many of us are just checking out the comments. This is like when your favorite childhood show gets canceled. Years later, they bring it back, but they ruin it. Beyond her wildest dreams to steal her best friend's job. Yikes. Don't worry, guys. Brett will be back on Monday. Don't worry, guys. Brett will be back on Friday. I'm your new host, Reagan. Her unfollowing you on Instagram isn't helping the narrative that she wasn't forced out. Even though Reagan is a guest hosting Fridays, the transition felt too cold and sudden. If she wasn't forced out, then why so abrupt? No countdown, no official passing of the baton, only revealed after the rumors had started. That's true. There were quite a few rumors, and they ended up being correct. This feels like when Kamala got nominated by Biden, and then he stepped down. Audience, can we have Brett Cooper? Daily Wire, we have Brett Cooper at home. It's a good one. Channel name finally makes sense. I'm really just here to check the comment section. That's what I'm doing, man. Brett deleted all the photos of you together from your wedding when you were her maid of honor. I don't need to know more. I don't like traitors. Yikes. If Brett left on her own free will, then why did she delete you from her socials? Why would her mom like a comment on IG about you being a terrible friend? Why was the announcement all of a sudden? Why did she appear sad and forced the announcement video? Sorry, this doesn't make any sense. 10% of the comment section is like, I'm just here for the comments. 90% of the comment section says, Brett Cooper, crying emoji. Remember what Brett said in the final video. If you don't like the people you're surrounded by, leave. Well, you know. I used to trust the Daily Wire to tell the truth, and lately they feel like every other news program. Everyone can see that there's stuff going on behind the scenes, and the split from Brett wasn't amicable, as they say. Wish they'd just say what happened, because silence makes the Daily Wire look like villains. Okay, but why did she delete photos of you from her wedding when you were the maid of honor? Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't seem like a mutual decision. As Trump sometimes says, it doesn't pass the smell test. Something about this quiet and sudden transition seems off. Can we have Brett Cooper? Daily Wire. We have Timu Brett Cooper. Anyone else just constantly checking the subscribers? See if they go down and how many people are joining and not watching for the comment section anymore? It would be one thing if Brett said a few weeks ago, I'm leaving to pursue other ventures in my life, but essentially passed the baton. But it feels like she had to leave and couldn't talk about it. Was an honor watching Brett all these years. Wouldn't it be funny if she turned off the comments? It would be. They just pulled this and thought we would all just be like, okay, onward. The more they say Brett Cooper wasn't forced out, the more I believe she was. If Brett wanted to leave, then why did Reagan get removed from Brett's Instagram? They are lying to you. That seems to be a big deal. The comments do not disappoint. Y'all are wild, pure comedy. Many prayers to Brett and Reagan. Praying God continues to guide both these ladies. Yeah, totally. Let's do a few more. Don't let the view count fool you. Nobody watched the video. We're just here for the comments. Who's just here for the comments? Wait, you stole Brett's followers? That's super shady. You straight up put your face on hers and act like 4 million people want to see you mimic her hand motions and inflections. No, thank you. I will say, having watched some of the video, a lot of flailing arm motion. A lot of flailing arm motion. If I were given some notes, I'd say, I'm a guy that uses my hands when I talk, but like, you got to be under control. Just be under control. Most of the time when I'm doing a talk, my palms are here on my standing desk. Okay? Just a thought. Nobody asked me. Irony being called the comment section. I thought I'd comment in the comment section while looking at the comments about the comment section. There you go. That's why we're doing the video, honestly, because it's quite entertaining. I have nothing against producer Reagan. I hope the show continues to get big. Just Brett hits different. First time in the comment section history, all the energy actually is in the comment section. This is the first YouTube video that I'm literally just reading the comment section. Well, there you go. I mean, success. You had a show. It took you years, but you had a show called the comment section. This is Inception, right? Now the comment section is the comment section. Brett deleted you from Instagram. That's all I need to know, girl. A lot of people saying Brett was done dirty. She needs to find her own mannerisms and character in front of the camera. All I see is her trying to emulate Brett, and it's cringy. My biggest piece of advice for the host is that she shouldn't read the comment section of her new video for about a month. With friends like these, who needs enemies? Reagan, what you said was really sweet about Brett, but Brett seemed really off in her goodbye video. If what you're saying is true, the vibes would match. They don't. We're not dumb. Well, there you go. How dare you stand where she stood? Ha! The joke's on you, Deegan, because they're sitting, you see. Sitting. Listen, man, I'm not one for drama mongering, but I will say that this is a industry that is quite interesting and is changing all the time. And you've got to make smart and wise decisions, and you've got to make sure that there is goodwill and good vibes, right, for the brand that you're building. That's why we try very hard to play nice with everyone. We do our best. Oh, man. Sometimes we just want to nuke people from space, but we save it. We save it for our enemies. So we have real enemies. We have real people that actually truly do hate us and hate our show. And so they get my ire all day. I mean, obviously, if you follow the channel, you know exactly what and who pisses us off. So I'm not going to, flame anybody because I don't like friendly fire. I reserve my friendly fire for like the worst possible people, the worst possible traitors to the movement. You know who they are, of course. But I'll tell you, you got to be smart in switches like these because social media is built on personalities and it's built on the connection with the personality and the audience. That connection is deeply real. I see it every single day. I feel it every single day. And it's amazing when I get to experience it like just like a moment ago, like going out and getting coffee. Like you like physically connect with the audience. Me, we're like human beings together. I'm a dude. I'm pretty public with my life, very public with like my family and who I am, and people come up to you and feel like they know you, and they do. We do know each other, actually. You, me, you, beautiful, watching this right now. And so you have to be careful with that. You can't abuse that. You can't abandon the audience. You can't mess with them. You don't want to lie to them. And it's a precious thing. And trust, when destroyed, is gone forever. And so that's something that, well, a bit of free advice. Not that anybody was asking at the Daily Wire, but a bit of free advice about this old switcheroo. And that's what I've learned in my many years on the internet, reading my own comment section. So that's the dish. I've been wanting to serve it cold for a very long time and read the comment section of the comment section, and now I finally had the perfect excuse. So there you go. Best of luck. Okay, it's a tough business, right? Best of luck. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe.